Hey, good morning, everybody. This is John Gruden down in Tampa, Florida. I'm at the Fired Football Coaches Association. This is where you go when you get fired, but you keep studying football, hoping to get another shot. Anyway, I got a great message from Ryan Kennedy. And he says, hey, how about announcing the top 10 picks for this year's Foxwood fantasy football season? I said, I'm in. I'm on with that, man. And the fact that you guys are all buddies and you're going into your 9th year, it's awesome. I mean, you guys are all living pretty much on the same street in Pittsburgh, and you're real Cleveland Brown fans for the most part. That warms my heart. I got to show you this. When I was 6 years old, I sent this to Leroy Kelly of the Cleveland Browns. He was my favorite player. I sent him this picture of Leroy. It said Browns 49, Vikings nothing. My mom never sent it. She kept it. She thought it was really cute. And I framed it. And about 5 years ago, she saw Leroy Kelly at an autograph session. And Leroy signed it. To John, best wishes from your friend, your favorite player, Leroy Kelly, Hall of Fame, 1994. Sorry for rambling, but I love the Browns, the tradition. I hope they get their butts in gear and do something this year. Anyways, back to this Foxwood FFL draft. I've done extensive research on you guys. I really have. I know how important this draft is. I know you guys are probably sitting at a local bar right now saying, hey, Gruden, get on with it. Enough of the nostalgia and the BS. I'm coming. I got to carefully place my notes, and I want to announce the 10th pick in the Foxwood Fantasy Football League. It goes to Graham. Everybody should look at Graham, and they should look at the only two-time freaking champ and the reigning champ. Maybe you guys should start calling him champ. And I tell you, Graham, I encourage you. Go get another can of whoop ass and use it. With the 9th pick in this year's Foxwood Fantasy Football League draft, that pick goes to Cam. Cam is a new league member. And we all want to know, what color of twinkle lights are you going to use on your house if you win this tournament? If you win this tournament, I'll kiss your butt in Municipal Stadium on the 50-yard line. With the 8th pick in this year's Foxwood Fantasy Football League draft, it goes to Lesher. Lesher, you're picking 8th. I know you're doing cartwheels, but your high school girlfriend should replace Craig as your senior advisor. We all know both of them they know a lot more about football than you. I mean, I can't even say it. I can't even talk, knowing that your girlfriend and Craig know a hell of a lot more about football than you. Picking 7th in this year's Foxwood Fantasy Football League. That pick goes to Ryan. Let's all congratulate Ryan on picking 7th. You know, no matter what, Ryan, you and I are going to always be friends, okay? And I really appreciate this opportunity, but no matter how many times you freaking change the scoring rules, you still can't finish. And not being able to finish, that kind of gives you a bad reputation. With the 6th pick in the Foxwood Fantasy Football League draft, wow, goes to Dave Michaels. Dave Michaels is picking 6. He had a great finish last year. He really did. I mean, he came out of nowhere. He really threatened at the end of the last season. Great job. But we all know your 9-year-old picks your team. I mean, the word's out on you too, Michaels. With the 5th pick in this year's Foxwood Fantasy Football League draft, it goes to the Bellflower. The Bellflower picking 5th. You know, at least you didn't win the crappiest team trophy for the 4th time. I mean, if everybody would just look at the Bellflower and just ask yourself this, how would you like to be him? With the 4th pick in the Foxwood Fantasy Football League draft, it goes to Allsop. Love that name. Allsop won the Toilet Bowl meaning he's the best of the worst. You know, Coach Majors at Tennessee used to say, there's nothing worse than being average. The best of the worst of the best. That's kind of like Allsop winning the Toilet Bowl championship. What kind of a Browns fan would name his dog Raven? That'd be like me coaching the Raiders again and having my dog called, I don't know, Arrowhead or something. What the hell's wrong with you? With the third pick in the Foxwood Fantasy Football League draft, it goes to Brad. And Brad is another new team member. You know, I don't know what to say about Brad. You just accuse your neighbors all the time of stealing your fantasy picks. Your what are they called? Sleepers. Like you got this secret sleeper and somebody else takes them and you're like, hey, you stole my pick. That's really embarrassing. And what's with these birthday signs I'm hearing about? You guys invited me. I hope I'm not upsetting you. With the second pick in this year's fantasy freaking Foxwood Fantasy Football League draft, it goes to Schaefer. Let's give Schaefer this. Every year he inches closer and closer to the crappiest team trophy. Will you guys send me a picture of that crappy team trophy? I need to get a shot of that. You know, maybe Schaefer, you should stick around for the whole draft this year instead of running home early. It would help. And then last, the number one pick in the proud Foxwood Fantasy Football League draft. It goes to Matty D. You could say Matt D. Aramo. Matt Diaramo. He's the reigning crappiest trophy holder. Let's give him a round of applause for being the shits. Maybe this year, Matt, you'll remember the scoring changes before you draft your team. But in all seriousness, you guys, love you all, man. I know you guys love football, and I can't wait for the season. If you guys ever do get to Tampa, please come by and look me up. I'm the only Gruden in the book, and we'll have a beer or two and talk some football. Thanks for including me. Good luck, fellas.